Edo don ready to be example of community policing for Naija. Governor Godwin Obaseki talked this one when he inaugurated Edo State Community Policing Advisory Committee (SCPSC) and State Community Policing Committee on Thursday for Edo State Government House. This one na Ogbonge thing as e be say e follow for grassroots policing system for Edo State. Before the inauguration shele, Obaseki talk am say Edo State government don already get plans to make community policing stand gidigba so that e go come be strong security structure for the state. As the way can see governor dey advise members of the board, he tell them say make dem not use this one as personal matter and say Edo State government go continue to dey put money on top the training and welfare of security officers. He still chook mouth put inside the rumor wey dey fly for social media say bad people wan enter Edo State. Im talk say this one na lie and say make Edo people no fear at all.
Today, history is being made, and I'm happy and honored to be with you here today for the inauguration of the State Community Policing Advisory Committee and the State Community Policing Committee. Your presence here today relates to a very fundamental aspect of our lives: security. The world has not been able to move. People have been on lockdown. And when you sit back to ask yourself, what is the key lesson from this pandemic? For me personally, I just came to realize that throughout the period of this lockdown, what was critical? You couldn't drive your fancy cars. You could not wear your lovely clothes to anywhere. But three things stood out, and those are the three things we have decided to prioritize in Edo State. First, you had to eat. So food was key. The second, you had to stay alive. You had to be healthy. Because if you fell ill, you would not even have a hospital that would take you in easily. You know, for us, Edo is a very unique state because of its location. We call it the heartbeat of the nation. It's actually the heart of the nation. Because of our unique logistic positioning, you cannot go from the west to the east or to the south-south or sometimes to the north without passing through Edo. It has its own advantages because it makes us the heart of commerce and trade, but it also has its security implications because it makes our state quite porous, as we have to play host to a lot of people passing through. You would have seen in the social media all sorts of threat analysis, most of them untrue, about the invasion of some people into Edo State. While we are concerned, we don't believe that it is enough to raise the sort of alarm that people are raising. There is no invasion of Edo State. Edo is just uniquely positioned to witness movements across the country. And there's quite a lot of it as people go about trying to look for economic opportunities. And that is where things like the community policing comes into play so that we can get real, accurate information, not social media information, as to what is going on in our various communities.
Inspector General of Police Muhammadu Adamu, with Deputy Inspector General of Police for South-South Anthony Ogbonge can represent, he and say this community policing where those state governments go soon launch na reinvention of old model where them for the consider community as frontline stakeholders on top security matter.
Community policing, I would say, is not new to us in the South, particularly Edo State, the former Benin Kingdom and Empire. So it's like going back home. What our Obas, our respective chiefs, who had a well-organized modalities for enforcing law and order in their respective communities, is what we are coming here. We are bringing back to the communities. There was a time that if police go on investigation, they will go to the head, the traditional ruler, to announce their presence and solicit their assistance to carry out their job. But as time goes by, there is that departure. We are bringing it back, which means we are respecting and recognizing traditional institutions. We recognize their role in helping us to do the work and even maintaining peace in their respective communities and domain.
Edo State Commissioner for Police, Lawal Jimeta, and Assistant Inspector General of Police for Zone 5, Dibali Akade, still talk say this one na Ogbonge thing wey go help solve the problem of say police staff no many reach and it go reduce crime for the state too.
Permit me to say that any security management system will have a peculiar way of presenting itself. It must have a vision and mission it tries to accomplish. It goes ahead to galvanize the mission and mission together with a view of achieving positive results. Our mission today is to ensure that all stakeholders of various levels of policing project appointed shall work in concert with the police in the implementation of community policing in Edo State. Let me refresh our minds that community policing is a crime fighting strategy whereupon the community works in conjunction with the police to effectively police their areas.
Crime and violence in Nigeria undermine the social fabric of our society by eroding the sense of safety and security. Today, Nigeria is faced with a lot of problems when it comes to security. The government of Nigeria and the Nigeria police thought it wise to evolve a means where citizens or communities will assist the police in controlling crime. Bearing in mind that the number of policemen in each locality is grossly inadequate, the police and the community must come together and work as a team for the purpose of controlling crime in each locality or community. We are gathered here today to witness the inauguration of respected personalities who shall assist the police in recruiting people in various communities that will work closely with the police to secure or ensure that crime is eradicated in our various communities.
The committee gets representatives on top religious and traditional institutions, civil society groups, plus other Ogbonge agencies. Coronavirus disease na yamayama disease wey never get cure, and we go fit protect ourselves if we dey always wash our hands, use sanitizers, and wear our face mask take cover our nose and mouth, plus if we dey practice social distancing. This na the Ogbonge informate wey we dey carry come give una on top inside Edo today. Ontop say Edo don ready to be Ogbonge example on top community policing for Naija. Make una sabi say na till live media na carry this Ogbonge informate come give una.